So today we're doing a review on the Robinhood investing platform. We're going to actually look at the desktop version of this and kind of break some things down and show you in real time what this looks like and how it pretty much functions for you. So you can see here on screen, you're going to be able to follow along in real time. Now, while we're going through this and you end up loving this platform, I'm going to have a link for you to sign up in the show notes down below that actually gives you a free stock just for going through that process, as well as helping support out the channel. Now, the first thing you're going to notice, of course, is the dollar amount at the very top here. This is pretty much telling you how much you have in your portfolio based off of the market. Now, during the day when the market is open, this number will fluctuate throughout the day. So something to keep in mind right underneath that, that's how it is actually doing today, whether it's in the positive or the minus. It'll show you the dollar amount as well as the percentage. And then depending on the aftermarket too, that's going to have an effect as well for a short little time after the market has closed. And again, it'll show you the dollar amount as well as the percentage. Then you can see the graph right over here. If you kind of move the mouse over, you could see pretty much almost in every time frame within 5 minutes, how the market was doing, and you can see your numbers going and changing in real time. Then you have the time frames down here. You can go and look at the last week and how you're doing. You can go over and look at the last month if you would like, even 3 months, a year, and your all-time as well. So you have a lot of different options to kind of see how your portfolio is performing in any given time frame. Right underneath that, you're going to see where it says buying power. This is giving you the money to be able to actually buy into the different stocks and companies you want to on the platform. Now, for here, if it has a $0 amount, you of course can deposit more money, and then that money will be instantly available for you to be able to go through and spend on the platform. Now, on the right-hand side here, you're going to see all the different stocks that you currently own, if you have any, and if you don't have anything currently, you'll most likely see a list available for you to be able to add stocks to a watch list. Now, in this watch list right over here, you can see all the different companies that we have available for us to kind of keep attention to. We could also create more lists if we want to. So if we want to kind of group up different stocks together to see how they're doing, we can definitely go that route. Now over here, if you decide to want to purchase more into a company you already own, the nice thing is you can just kind of click on that stock right over here, and it takes you into a smaller version of what we just saw exclusively for that one stock. So we have, again, the time slot for 1 day, but we can switch to a week. We can go to the month, 3 months, however time frame we want to go to see how it's doing. Now, underneath here, you're going to see where it says market value, which is how much you have in total, how much your return is for the last day, and your total return overall. You can see your average cost right over here, which is, depending on how many times you're buying, what your average cost for that stock is. So if it's going up and down and you're buying, this number is going to change over time. It tells you how many shares you own of this one particular stock, as well as the percentage of your overall portfolio. So that way you can kind of get a good idea if you're maybe over leveraged or maybe want to build up a higher position in a certain stock. Now, if you keep scrolling down, you're going to see a little bit about the company itself, and then you're going to see a couple statistics right over here as well too. And if you kept scrolling down, you're going to be able to see the news that's relevant to that stock as well, which is really nice. So you can kind of see up-to-date news and information. Now you can see on the right-hand side right over here, you're going to see where it says buy and sell. This is where you're going to be able to perform those actions. Now you can actually buy on the shares or buy a dollar amount. So if maybe you don't have a lot of money to be able to invest with, you can actually switch this over to the dollar amount and put whatever dollar amount you can invest with and buy into fractional shares, which is really cool. So as an example, if we put in $10, this would buy 0.33 shares, which is a third of a share. You can go ahead and place your order if you wanted to. Now you could also do options trading, which is right above where I am right now. That is available for you as well, but that is a whole separate thing if you're interested in learning more about that. And then if we want to scroll back up to the top, you can see up here, you actually have a couple of different ways to learn more about different stocks. So for here, we can click on the 100 most popular, which Virgin Galactic is actually part of that. That's why it's on here. You can see industrials right over here, as well as New Mexico, because that's where they are based off of. So if you click on any of these, it'll take you to kind of like that filtered system of this one, for example, as the top 100 most popular that you can go through and look at these different companies. But if we go back and click on New Mexico, you can see all the companies that are popular from New Mexico right over here, and then so on and so forth. So it kind of gives you an idea of being able to learn more about different companies. Now from this main page, if we actually scroll down, it'll have some like news articles or really important things to know about the platform or different stocks that you might be owning or having on your watch list that they want to inform you about. And if you scroll down, you can look at the trending list, which is similar to what we just looked at, but this one gives you more access to like even the cryptos. You got IPO access, technology, pharma, all these different areas that you can kind of break break down and learn more about different companies. When you go into these different ones, you can actually even filter out a little bit more too. You could see which companies had different changes in their pricing. So you could see like Mad Catz here had a drop of 97.5% today. That is insane. I don't know if that's even real, but you could see right over here, you got a whole bunch of different companies available for you to kind of look through, and that's all based off of those changes for the day. We could even go the other way around. You could see all these different companies, and like this one had a growth of 64% in a single day. And then it even gives you even bigger breakdowns like hardware, software, electronic components as well too. So you have different ways to filter out the companies that you want to find. You could even follow certain little lists, so that way you can kind of get more up-to-date information on those ones. Now, if we go back to the main screen and keep scrolling down here, this is again where you're going to see that news for all of them. You'll see the daily movers here. So if you're kind of curious on which companies are making the biggest changes, you can see that. And again, even more news afterwards as well. Now, on the top right-hand side, you're going to see a couple different things. You're going to see where it says free stocks, where if you have an account and you want to have somebody else sign up, you'll actually have a link to be able to send to them. So you and that other person both get a free stock. Then you'll have portfolio, which takes you back to this main page if you are on any other tab. You also have a cash option right over here, where you can actually be having money in a Robinhood account to then spend on a debit card. You also have messages, where Robinhood will give you up-to-date messages when you're buying or selling, especially when it's from market closes and maybe you place an order to be able to buy or sell something. This will also remind you once those orders have officially gone through. And then you also have your account, where if you click right over here, you can see your portfolio value, your buying power as well, and then where you can switch out your bank, your reoccurring, you can look at your history, go to your documents. So if you need like your taxes, you can also go to your settings as well too, so you can change some things out, but all of that is going to be available for you right then and there. Now, if you are looking for a particular stock as well too that maybe is not on any of those lists that we were going through, but you want to see how they are performing or learn more about them, there is a search bar here at the very top that you can go ahead and just type in any company that you want. So if you want to look at Apple, for example, you could either put in their ticker number, which is AAPL, or you can type in the full name and multiple options will come up. You just click on those companies and then it'll take you to their page, which you'll see just like everything else looks fairly similar to all the other stocks and companies. So then you can go through that process of learning more about them and seeing if you want to invest with them. So as far as like how Robinhood works on desktop versus if you compare that to like the mobile devices, it actually works really, really well, and it's very functional, and it doesn't feel that much different than the mobile version, which is great because if you want to go back and forth between them, you're not going to feel left out or that one is more cumbersome than the other. They both look great, they both work really well, and it gets you to the point of being able to invest without a lot of stress or headaches on how everything functions within the platform. Now, when it comes to fees or using the platform, it is entirely free, just like the app version as well. So you don't have any costs when it comes to having your account opened up. Even if you're not doing any trading, it doesn't actually cost you anything to do your trades. So if you are wanting to go ahead and buy or sell any stocks or ETFs, that's not going to have any cost for you as well. There is a Robinhood Gold option for you if you want to pay a monthly fee to have access to margin and a couple other cool little features. You can definitely go that route as well. But otherwise, there are no fees associated with having a Robinhood account. Again, I'll have them linked down below. You get your free stock, test it out and see how you like the platform. And if you don't, you can go ahead and sell the stock and close up that account. Now, I actually want you to check out this next video right over here so you can keep on learning and growing with Robinhood. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you in that next video.